Warm up date, April 3rd, 2025. Just starting to warm up a little bit more. We've had a lot of rain over the past week or two. This first plot's kind of mixed. We've got some cabbages right there with some cauliflower in this one too. And then a couple rows of cilantro already fitting in, and some lettuce in here, some romaine lettuce, basil, onions on the back, some amaranth. Love amaranth. It's so pretty. For the greens, and then maybe for the grain if I don't need the bed space. But they're coming up pretty nice. I just scattered the seed. It's awfully windy right now. Scattered the seed. No irrigation really. A little bit of green onion and lettuce, some cilantro, and then hand seeded some cucumbers every about 3 feet, 2 to 3 feet. I'm gonna thin those out later. Some more cilantro, green onions I just transplanted over there. Some arugula I'm letting go to seed. I want to try to save the seed from this, but also it's just been so great for all the bees, ladybugs, wildlife. Some lettuce. Been harvesting quite a bit off this. Just the only problem I've been having is there's so many ladybugs on it, and they tend to really like to make their little chrysalis or whatever you call it. Whatever the ladybug version of that is. There's turnips. Planted some more cilantro in these beds. Collard greens, cilantro, and there's some strawberries amidst the weeds on the back. These are all collard greens. And then some broccoli in here. Garlic. It's doing pretty good. I had a fungal disease really hit me hard on the onions. It's kind of spread to the garlic, but not too bad. I've been using some different foliar sprays to try to get rid of it. These are some green onions, the bunching variety that are just going to flower. And try to save all the seeds from those. This is my onions, bulb onions. These right here are the sweet, same ones right here. But they're bulbing up pretty good on some of them, but a lot of them are really struggling with whatever fungal disease this is. The red creole that are in the other two beds aren't having nearly as much of a problem. But they're not sizing up as well. They're really dark green, but we'll see how they do. There's some more green onions. I had planted these last fall, or last summer, and they're doing really good. I need to start thinning them out some more, take them to market once the first farmer's market starts. And then some garlic on the backside. This is all, sorry, I'm moving the camera awfully fast. This is all Jerusalem artichokes, weeds, and some Apios americana. And then tomatoes here, some leftover kale I'm waiting to get rid of. And then from there on back to the cover crop is rows of tomatoes. Got a couple different varieties. Got some different cherries. Mostly San Marzanos. And then a couple different beef steaks. But I've only really planted out a Brandywine, which is like a purplish red, dark red fleshed. The kale's been, I planted it from a mix. I've been surprised how many crops I've gotten off of it. It's struggled at times, but there's some mustard dotted in there from the mix. Haven't really weeded it out very much. This is a little bit of a wildflower mix that I planted. It's got, they're not really wildflowers, just a bunch of flowers. It's got sunflowers, not really a flower, but I like how they look. She's also a good substitute. Some shiso, marigolds, and then some, I just seeded a bunch of sweet alyssum. They're really small, you probably can't see them. planted some mint in there too, and some beans, some like lima beans, just for save the seeds, and also some melons on the back side over there. And they're doing really good. I did put a little bit of fertilizer on them with some chicken manure, and yeah, there's these sunflowers and everything else look pretty good. The tomatoes I planted really small, just because I needed to get them in the ground. But then it immediately poured down rain afterwards, so I tilled that, and then it rained, so I didn't get a chance to till this one. But these ones are actually looking a little better. There's just going to be a lot of problem with the grass that's in there. Potatoes are coming up pretty nice. I just hand seeded a bunch of stuff in here. Some beans, cilantro mostly, parsley, a couple different varieties, some Kennebec, Yukon Gold, a Sangre, which is like a red skinned, and then a German Butterball. And there's some cover crops, is rye and vetch, and then just rye. I wanted to see how they do. One would do together and separate effect it would have on the soil. There must be a hard pan or something. Well, I know there's a little bit of a hard pan, but the growth is really stunted. I don't think I planted them too early or too late or anything. Maybe they're lacking nitrogen, I don't know. Hopefully the soil will improve after having grown them there. This is kind of a little bit of an experimental spot. I had some extra potatoes, so I planted those from this cinder block right here, over that one, over there. Then I took some cuttings from some figs and planted those too, just to see what would happen. And I got some basil and tomatoes, so it was pretty jam-packed. And then these are where I'm growing out the sweet potatoes for slips that I'm gonna plant in one of those plots over there, or right here if everything finishes out. Got a row of tomatoes over here, just plucked it in. Some New Zealand spinach that's not really coming up that great. I think I planted it too early. And then these are these two beds here are Seminole pumpkins. They're starting to come up pretty nice. I love these things. They grow really easy here. No diseases or pest issues or anything like that. I got some bush beans. I grew this variety last year and I really liked it, Provider. And I think with getting them in the ground at the right time, I didn't irrigate any of this. It's just been in the rain since we've had so much. And this lettuce looks really good. It's a butter crunch. Pretty happy about it. Ignore the bird poop on it. Looks really good. I got some cilantro tucked in there too, and planted some tomatoes in there. Then I got some tomatillos over here amidst beans. I planted one bed of salad mix, and these are what the tiny sweet alyssum seedlings look like. All those circular leaves right there. There's about 2 pounds of them, so should have a lot of beneficial insects show up from that. So I got some salad mix here. Then I hand seeded some radishes, beans, green onions, bulb onions from seed. And this was sweet corn that I planted too early, so it didn't come up. I was a little bit too excited and planted it too early. And I got some okra that I'd also planted too early, but they didn't decide to germinate until after I planted everything else. So I'll keep them there until they're a problem, which I think they will be. These tomatillos don't look that great. They're already flowering and they're like only 6 inches tall, so I mean, I don't really get much runoff out of those. But that's all I got over here. I got some over on the other side of the levee over there. I got some corn. And, the soil looks pretty good. see how it shakes out. That's all we got for right now.